Hey, kia ora whānau, you're here with me, the maoriwargamer, and today we'll be playing a Star Wars Legion battle report. Welcome whānau to this 800-point Star Wars Legion battle report. This time set in the desert planet of Tatooine. We pick up where we left off after the defeat of the Empire on Endor in Season 1 that I filmed almost a year ago. If you haven't watched that one, you probably don't need to. A lot of rules, errors, and shaky camera work. But if you do want to bring yourself up to speed with the story so far, I'll put a link to that one in the description below. So a few months after the victory on Endor, the rebels hunt down the remnant forces of the Empire. Both Darth Sidious and Darth Vader are still alive and continue to challenge the Rebel Alliance. The rebels, led by General Leia Organa, have deployed to Tatooine in search of a suspected Empire stronghold and get more than they bargained for with the appearance of both the Emperor and his enforcer, Lord Darth Vader. So we have some classic Star Wars action perfectly timed for the release of Rise of Skywalker out later this week. We'll look at the mission we'll be playing, look at the forces that we'll be playing with, and kick straight into turn 1 for some ultimate Star Wars action hosted by New Zealand's #1 YouTuber. Currently 259 subscribers. If you've liked what you've heard so far, go ahead and hit subscribe. Let's see how close I can get to 300 before the end of the year. Yeah, kick straight into it. Let's take a look at the mission and our armies. Alright, so here's our battlefield, Tatooine, using the Star Wars Legion map. Small forces on our small tabletop works perfectly for us. A light scattering of terrain, smaller armies. We've still got a few more forces not on the table for later missions. So we've got our deployment here, simple, straight lines. We have limited visibility, so the sandstorm is whipped up during the first round. Each unit's line of sight beyond range 2 is blocked. During the second round, line of sight beyond range 3 is blocked. And our victory conditions break through. So both sides want to get one unit from one side of the field to the other. Going to be attempting to do that on both sides to achieve victory. Units with the most forces across the field will win. So we're going to stay and fight, kill everyone, or get across as fast as we can. Who knows? But we'll kick straight into turn 1 with the blue side, the rebels, kicking it off. Before we get into that, let's take a closer look at the armies we'll be playing with today. We have 755 points of rebels led by Leia Organa. She has esteemed leader and commanding presence upgrade cards. We also have General Han Solo. For our core units, we only have 2 groups of rebel troopers. Each unit has the Ion Trooper, the Z5 Trooper, and an additional rebel trooper, as well as targeting scopes. 3 special forces units. We have rebel commandos here, a 5-man group with emergency stims, hunter, and an extra unit. We have a rebel commando and elite sniper of the Mon Calamari. He has Hunter, the D8-447 sniper, and also carries emergency stims. And a group of Wookiee warriors. We've got the bowcaster Wookiee, we've got tenacity, recon intel, and emergency stims. And an AT-RT with a rotary blaster upgrade. We have 800 points of the Empire, led by Emperor Palpatine himself, and accompanied by Darth Vader, his Imperial Enforcer. 2 core units of Stormtroopers. This unit here, 7-man with the rocket launcher and the electro gun. This unit here does not have the rocket launcher for points balancing. 2 support units here. We have 2 speeder bikes, and then Imperial turret of some type. And for our special forces, we have a 3-man unit of Imperial Royal Guards who will be accompanying Emperor Palpatine. So that's our armies. We'll kick into turn number 1. Also, I've got to detail the scout movements of the Rebel Commandos. These could take a movement 2 action. I've upgraded the Wookiees with the movement 1 action scouting, and the Rebel Commando Sniper has taken a movement 2 as well. So it's about to issue orders. Card ready to throw down. You ready to go there, mate? 3, 2, 1, flipperoo. Tied. So blue player with priority gets to go first. Activating, issuing orders for 3 units. My opponent shall do the same. Alright, so we both played down the assault command card, 3 pips there. I've decided to issue orders to these rebels here, my ATRT and the rebel commandos, whilst my opponent has issued his orders to his speeder bikes, his stormtroopers here, and the heavy turret from that far end there. So we're going to take turns activating our units or activating unordered units as well. We'll see what happens. Alright, so my first activation, issuing orders to my ATRT. He's going to take a move up and he will shoot into the stormtroopers here. With his rotary blaster, he gets 5 black dice, so we're rolling 3 to start. 2 hits. 3 hits. 4 hits. So roll 4 successful hits out of the 5 shots there. Roll for some defense. Alright, so our stormtroopers here took 4 hits, so rolling for defense with the armor. Red dice. 2 failed, 1 passed, 1 more dice to roll. 2 passed. So 2 passed, 2 failed, so 2 guys dead. And then activation for the Empire. Alright, so the Empire have activated their speeder bikes, taking the compulsory movement action, using 1 action to aim, and they're going to open fire into the Rebel Commandos over here. So opening fire, 6 shots in total, and they've got aim on there as well. Alright, so we've got 4 hits.
Some of those are criticals, I believe.
Alright, so the speeder bikes have shot into the Rebel Commandos, gaining 1 suppression token onto our heroes. The heavy cover they are in has cancelled out 1 of the regular hits, but we still have 3 critical hit results. So we're looking to make 3 defense rolls using white dice. Keep some guys in play. 1 save. So 2 failed, so 2 guys will die today. Take these 2 here out of action. So 3 more Rebel Commandos still alive to tell the tale. Alright, I did forget about my upgrade card, so I did have emergency stims loaded onto my Rebel Commandos. So during an attack we would suffer wounds, prevent up to 2, and place onto this. So what it's going to do is going to keep them alive long enough for them to shoot back, and then the next activation those guys are going to die. So keeps those 2 guys still in the game long enough for them to activate next, which I will do, as I did issue orders to them. So going to activation, turn 1 for our Rebel Commandos. Still alive, still in the game, thanks to those emergency stims. Alright, so our Rebel Commandos patch themselves up with emergency stims and going to open fire with their blaster rifles into the the Stormtrooper unit over here. Wounded, suppressed, they're under heavy fire and have not yet activated as well. So going to open fire, we've got 5 shots. Also have the Hunter upgrade card equipped onto the Commandos. It's going to deal extra damage, give a plus bonus to aim to our Commandos. So firing in now. Oh, 2 more rolls. 2 crits. And then I get to re-roll 1 thanks to the aim from the Hunter upgrade. 3 hits. So 2 automatically unable to save. It's going to load an additional suppression dice onto them as well. And you get 1 red armor save, I think, for Stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 to save the regular wound. And he's saved. But he's lost 2 guys and he's got 2 suppressions, so I think they're gone above their threshold now. Alright, so these Stormtroopers are going to activate next. They've lost 5 of their mates, 2 suppression tokens, so they're going to attempt to rally, rolling 2 white defense dice. 2 blanks. So that still puts them over their charge. Let's see what happens when they are suppressed. I believe they may be panicking. Alright, so yellow leader Stormtrooper squad taking heavy fire from the AT-RT Walker and also the Rebel Commandos, watching their allies get blown to smithereens in previous activations. Their suppression tokens to suppression above its courage value. These units are going to panic and move off the battlefield, running entirely, abandoning their posts, abandoning the Emperor, and leaving the rest of the battle in the fate of their allies who still remain. So that's their activation. We'll move on to Rebel activation number 3 for turn 1. Alright, so next activation, turn 1, drawing from the pool of unactivated units. Let's take a boom. That is our commander. So Han or Leia. I'm going to go activate Han. Alright, so Han Solo activated, taking his shot in with his DL-44 blaster pistol into the speeder bikes up here. Rolling 2 red dice for attack. Boom, 1 hit, 1 crit. So you get a save against the hit, and the crit goes straight through. I'll also add a suppression token, potentially. I don't know what they are, vehicles or units. Alright, so Han's taken a shot and landed 1 hit against the speeder bike, so 2 wounds left on this guy here. Otherwise to continue unabated. Move into activation for the Empire. Alright, so the heavy blaster team, they have pivoted and chose to activate, shooting into the AT-RT. So heavy blaster firing in now. Blank, blank. Oh, basic hits all there. Alright, so we're going to roll some defenses. No cover for the Walker. Alright, so looking for 3 defense rolls from the Walker after successful hits from the heavy blaster team. Come on. 1 defense there, so 2 hits taken, 2 wounds onto the Walker. Alright, next activation, Leia activates, moves twice up behind this, whatever this thing is. Activation for the Empire, Darth Vader moves twice as well. Alright, so the Mon Calamari sniper of the Rebel Commandos, heavy weapons team, taking a shot in with his DH-447 sniper into Darth Vader over there. He's taken 1 aim action and taking 1 shoot action, so we're rolling 1 black dice, 1 white dice. Sniper shooting into Darth Vader. I'm aware of his deflection with his lightsaber, but we're going to take the shot anyway. 2 hits, just regular hits there. Alright, so deflect is not able to be used at the moment, so he's just going to try and dodge with 2 red dice. Off the table and a red. So 2 hits, 2 wounds. How many does he have? 8. Ooh. Ouch. So vital shots from the sniper. Put a bit of a dent into Darth Vader. Hopefully the rest of the rebel forces can pick him off now that he's a little bit weakened. Although the pain may fuel his rage and make it worse for us. Alright, so activation for the Empire. Drawing from the order pool. Take a pick. Stormtroopers going to activate in. So Stormtroopers have activated after witnessing Darth Vader get attacked. They have moved 1 and now shooting in. So the DLT-19 Stormtrooper right here is going to shoot 2 red dice into the Rebel Commandos. Hold up, I've just got to remember if the emergency stims, I think they've worn off. So yeah, the emergency stims they charged themselves with did wear off, and 2 of those commandos succumbed to their wounds, but they did manage to wipe out the yellow Stormtrooper squad, so that's a win for me. So firing the 2 red dice into the commandos. 1 hit, 1 critical. They are in no cover, but they upgrade to light cover. No, I'm mistaken the rules for the Rebel Commandos. They need to be in light cover to upgrade it to 1. So that's going to take 2 defense rolls. So 1 saved, 1 failed, so 1 dead from the blaster. And now the remaining 1, 2, 3, 4 troopers with their regular blasters are going to shoot in. Commandos also gain a second suppression token. Alright, so Stormtrooper Red Squad firing in with their blasters into the commandos. 1 hit, and 1 more dice roll. Just 1 hit, so that's 1 defense. Also white dice, all white dice are bad. Yes, white dice are bad. So 1 more guy dead. Blue alien 1 is going to be the last survivor of that squad. Rebels turn now, order pull, flippies, that is the Wookiees. Alright, so activation for the Wookiee warriors. Elite soldiers from Kashyyyk. They speak like this. They're equipped with Kashyyyk pistols and Reich blades. So we've made 1 move action and going to shoot into Darth Vader there with our Kashyyyk pistols first. Oh. 3 regular hits, 1 critical. Alright, Darth Vader rolling his 4 defense dice. Red defense, 2 failed. 2 passed, so 2 more wounds, so he's down to 4. From 8 to 4. He's already half weakened. What would he say after this?
There is other starlight.
No, I'm not even going to try. Alright, and Bowcaster Wookiee is going to fire into Darth Vader as well. 2 shots, 1 critical hit. Alright, and final activation for the Rebels. And the longest turn 1 ever. It's the turn 1 that's taken over a week. It's going to go off double movements for them, hey? Alright, fine. So that's the end of turn 1 for the Star Wars Legion Battle Report. 800 points, Rebels versus the Empire here on Tatooine. Pretty even Stevens in this breakthrough mission. Working our way through heavy sandstorms. Attempting to break through to the other side. If we take a quick aerial bird's eye view, both sides have moved forward, 1 quarter each, getting their team all online. Managed to wipe out the yellow Stormtrooper squad. The Rebel Commandos brought down to 1 lone survivor. So too early to call who will win, who will lose. But the initiative counter passes on to Empire player. As we move into turn 2, play our commands and see what happens. The sandstorm is subsiding a little bit, reducing visibility to range 3. So we'll see what's going to happen. Stay with us. Exciting Star Wars action with the maoriwargamer. Turn 2 activation in the command phase. Flipping our command cards. 2 pips to 3 pips. So the Rebels going to take the first activation. I'm activating 2 troopers. Each eligible unit.
So everything.
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 Okay, cool. An entire legion, no time for sorrows. So priorities going to the Rebels. He gets to activate every single unit on the field, which is pretty crazy. No randomization, but I've got to use that initiative and that strategy to make it count and weaken who I want to weaken. So stay with us going into activation turn 1 for the Rebels. Alright, so just using the effects of my command card, no time for sorrows. When a trooper is issued a order, friendly troopers can move, make a speed 1 movement. So just shuffle them up, and then I'm going to activate these guys first. They've taken their speed 1 movement and 1 speed 2 movement, and now we're going to shoot into Darth Vader. Alright, so 7 rebel troopers opening fire into the Dark Lord of the Sith, the mighty Darth Vader. We have our Ion Trooper, we have our Gatling gun guy, and our blasters ready to open fire. So rolling in now. And I get to re-roll the blacks and the whites, because I get 6. Oh, 2 crits. Alright, so the rebels have shot in, rebel troopers, 2 crits onto Darth Vader, who is on 5 wounds, 3 left remaining. Now these crit ones are a bit troublesome, but I also get to roll all these ones again. So let's see what this shot will do. 1 more crit, and then 3 more hits. So 6 hits and 3 crits. So it's enough to bring him down. Ouch. General Organa, I have Darth Vader in my sights. What shall we do? Full permission to open fire. Roger that. Men, open fire. Force choke 1. Boom. And that's it. The rebel troopers took down Darth Vader. Game 1, maoriwargamer, Super Star Wars Legion action. The heavy blaster team opened fire into the rebel troopers here, who managed to evade most of the shots, only losing 1 trooper after that volley of attacks. And now the troopers will activate now, looking for some retaliation. So the rebel troopers here opened fire into the red stormtrooper team. They spent their aim token and used their targeting scopes to make some re-rolls, but in the end only ended up taking out 2 of the stormtrooper team. So red stormtroopers managed to blitz the rebels here, wiping out 3 more units, putting them onto 2 suppression tokens there, but still managing to hold up. Now going into the randomized unit activation from the pool. Let's get a good one. This one. That's an elite's choice. Alright, so randomized pool, we've picked the Special Forces unit. So going to activate the Wookiee Warriors early this turn. They've made a movement action this way towards the edge of the map and going to open fire with their Kashyyyk pistols into the Emperor's Imperial Royal Guards. So we've got 2 hits there, regular hits. So 2 defense for the Royal Guards. 1 blank, 1 hit. How many wounds do they have?
2.
2 wounds, so 1 wound. Crossbow Wookiee is going to shoot into them as well, hoping to take 1 down at least. Boom, and that is 2 hits. So you get to make the defense. So 2 defense, however, the Bowcaster Wookiee has Pierce, which cancels up to 1 shield result. So that's going to go through and kill 1 of your Royal Guards. So Darth Sidious, Emperor Palpatine, has activated, issuing orders firstly to his Royal Guards. He's seeing the threat that the Wookiees pose and wants them wiped out, so they've taken a free action to move that way. Wait, have you moved him?
No.
Right. And now he's just simply turning towards the rebel troopers up here and unleashes a volley of force lightning upon them. Oh. So 1 guy's dead and there are 4 wounds. Going to roll some white defense, which doesn't really do much. Alright, Emperor's force lightning wipes out 5 rebel troopers in 1 go. What a deadly old man. Back into the randomized drawing from the orders pools for the rebels. AT-RT Walker has been drawn from the orders pool just in the nick of time. I need him to come in and do some stomping, particularly on these bikes here. The speed, they've got maneuverability, just not too happy about them. So opening fire into the bikes. AT-RT stomps in, rotary blaster unleashing a volley of firepower upon the speeder bikes. 1 of them takes a hit. and the other one limps away. 1 wound left for him, so that was a devastating blow. The Empire is feeling the sting of the Rebel Alliance. Speeder Bike has taken a zip across through the Rebel Commando and the AT-RT, looking to wipe out the Rebel troopers here.
Do they have armor?
No.
Okay.
Missing every single shot, wound, blood dripping into his visor. Some sort of explanation there for the horrible shots he took.
Yes.
But they are good to go. So back into the Rebel command pool. 4 more options to go. Hoping for a Princess Leia. Commander. Is it Commander? Commander! Yeah. So I'm going to activate Leia next. Alright, so Leia's activating, looking to intercept the Royal Guards who have yet to activate this turn. They're the last activation for the turn, actually. So she's looking to come in and thin their numbers to minimize any damages that they may do. So she's taken a move action and has used Take Cover 2. She's also going to open fire with her Sporting Blaster, which is 3 black dice. And that is 1 critical hit. Alright, so Leia landed 1 critical hit onto the Emperor's Royal Guards. So 1 is wounded on 1, the other is at full health. And into the final activation. Yeah, into the final activation for you after heavy losses has taken out a number of your units. Activation for the Royal Guards. Emperor's Royal Guards are moving into the Wookiees. That generates them a free attack action for charge. So they're going to open, unleash their attacks in. 2 reds, 2 blacks. So 3 hits into the Wookiees. So 3 white defense. 3 white defense for the Wookiees. 1 made, 2 failed. But we've got some upgrades on those Wookiees. So the Wookiees have the emergency stims as well. So they've pumped it in to keep them going. They get 3 wounds. So far no wounds taken, held within the emergency stims. And now he's simply going to attack again into the Wookiees. Right, so 2 more hits and a crit. So 3 defense. All blanks. So 1's going to die outright. And 1 is going to be left alive on 1 with those emergency stims as well. Alright, so Wookiees lost a man to the Emperor's Imperial Royal Guards. Drawing from the final 3 cards that I have in the order pool. My opponent's got nothing left anyway. That's Han Solo up next, so we'll move along. Alright, Han Solo, the gunslinger, is going to open fire into that wounded stormtrooper, scout biker. Just pop him off. Just headshot. Aim for the head. Bolts, 2 hits. He's only got 1 wound.
Who are you shooting against?
Your biker.
Biker, so 2 hits, 2 red defense dice.
2 red defense.
2 red defense.
2 red defense.
2 red defense.
Oh, go on then.
Oh, sorry, 2 white defense.
Yeah, I knew it. Not red.
Hiya! Got
2 blanks.
Cocked.
He's dead. Yeah, again, try to cheat. He's dead.
It was cocked.
Brown. Han blows the pistol of it, the barrel of his gun. And he's got the gunslinger ability, which means he gets to take another shot into a different unit, which we're going to take to get rid of these stupid stormtroopers up here. Red stormtrooper team. 2 beautiful hits.
That is 2 red defense.
Why do they get red defense?
That is 2 saves.
Wait a minute. Han's got an ability. Han Solo, sharpshooter, gunslinger, blew the guy off his bike. He's gone. And took down 1 of the red stormtroopers. So my opponent's out of units to activate. I've got 2 more left in the pool. Who do we have? We have our 2 special forces. I'm gonna just go ahead and activate this old mate, Rebel Commando. End of turn 2, whānau, for this Star Wars Legion 800 point battle report. Empire has fallen. They have lost a unit of stormtroopers, their bikers. Darth Vader didn't even get to make an attack and he is now dead. Very scant pickings. Weakened and over their courage value stormtroopers. The Emperor, he is deadly, he is devastating, but he is very slow. This thing's a bit beefy, but yeah. Remembering the mission is breakthrough, so we just need to get units from one side to the other so they can escape the board. So yeah, I think we're in a good position to allow that to happen. We'll just see how things play out as we move into turn number 3. Initiative passed over to the Rebels. So we'll set our orders, see what's going to happen. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. Stay with us. Alright, turn 3, command phase. We're issuing our orders. See who gets priority. 1 pip to 1 pip. Priority with me though, because I am in control of the turn counter.
You want to kill him first?
And now you will die. Unlimited power. Alright, so coordinated bombardment. We're issuing orders to only 1 unit. Our Supreme Commanders, so Leia and Palpatine. Palpatine's one is interesting. He may suffer 1 wound, gain 1 suppression token to perform an attack. He may do this any number of times. So he can drain his health to get free attacks. There, which is pretty nifty. But for Leia, gets to activate. She may perform up to 3 attacks against different enemy units using the following weapon. So that is also very, very nice. So we're going to kick straight into that. Turn 3 for the Rebels. Alright, so Leia's activated. She's taken a move action and shooting into Palpatine with her blaster pistol. 3 shots. 2 hits. So Leia has shot into Emperor, landing 1 hit, 1 critical hit, which were both failed by the Emperor. We've suffered 2 wounds, so he is down to 3 wounds. He is also on 1 suppression token. So after Leia's bombardment, she calls up to the ship orbiting the planet. This is General Leia Organa. I need coordinated bombardment on these coordinates. Roger that. Roger. Ready to open fire. Say the word. Over. So boom, we're going to open fire onto 3 different units. We're going to go with Emperor's Royal Guards. We're going to go with Palpatine Diddley. And we will also go with the heavy blasters here. Orbital bombardment coming through, down into the Royal Guards. 2 hits.
2 defense.
2 red defense. 2 passed. 2 onto the Palpatine. 1 crit. Boom. 1 defense. 1 wound though. So he's down to. He's got 1 more wound left.
1 moved.
Yeah. And then 2 onto the heavy blaster. 1 crit. So he's got 3 wounds left, right?
Yep.
Alright, so orbital bombardments rain down upon the enemy, bringing them to their knees. So Palpatine's activating. He only has 1 health left. He is going to unleash Force Lightning into the Wookiees. Oh, 3 hits. So 3 hits, we get 3 white dice. Oh, yeah! The Force is strong with me. So Palpatine is going to kamikaze himself, and now you will die. So the way we're reading this one is he may suffer 1 wound and gain 1 suppression to perform an attack. So he's going to attack. So he suffers that wound, which would kill him, but he still gets to unleash that attack. So that's how we're going to go with it. Oh, 2 hits. There's only 2 troopers though. Pass 1. Pass both of them. Pass both of them.
Cancel up to Pierce. 1 dead.
1 dead. Shit, that was good. Alright, so Emperor Palpatine kamikazed himself. Took out 1 trooper. The dice are on my side, but he has been eliminated. So the galaxy is a safer place. Going to continued activations. This is from the random pool now. AT-AT has made the move, lumbering forward, looking to make the breakthrough and opening fire onto the stormtroopers. So shooting in now. 1 crit, 3 hits, no cover, or well, 1 cover. So you need to make 2 saves.
2 wins.
Alright, so the AT-AT has opened fire, wiped out 2 more stormtroopers, adding another suppression token to the mix. Only the rocket launcher guy remaining. Empire drawing from their order pool for their next unit to activate.
Oh.
Special forces. There we go.
They're going to do 2 attacks. Not even going to move.
You can't attack twice.
Oh. Aim and then attack.
Aim and then attack, alright.
So I think aim gets them an extra dice.
Just gives them a reroll.
Yeah.
Alright, not needed. 2 white defense from the Wookiees. So that's 1 dead and 1 on 2 wounds. Alright, so the Wookiees are going to attack in now, activating. We've got our Reich Blades, so 4 attacks with our Reich Blades into the Emperor's Royal Guards. 3 hits and 1 more. Nope, just 3 hits. 3 red defense.
3 red defense.
3 red defense for the Royal Guards. 2 failed and he is dead. We let out a victory war cry. And then we're going to use our last action to just simply move forward. Alright, so activation for the Empire. The Stormtroopers here. Yellow Stormtrooper, Lone Survivor, has failed his rally step and is turning tail to run like his yellow Stormtrooper mates already did. So yeah, he's just given up all hope. Onto activation for the Empire. Mon Calamari Sniper up next from the Rebel Commandos, moving forward and opening fire into the heavy weapons squad, landing a critical hit and adding an additional suppression token. So 2 wounds left on this unit here, who gets to activate now if they can overcome their panic. No panic for the heavy weapons team there. It's too early for that. They are stalwart defenders of the Imperium. Oh, not the Imperium. Wrong game system. Of the Empire. And just going to open fire into the Wookiees, looking to take them out. So shooting in. But the Force has abandoned the Empire. No successful hits and only successful defense from the Wookiees. Leading out another victorious war cry next to General Leia. 1 more Empire unit left. Yeah, so that's over pretty much. It's gonna
Call it.
Yeah, we'll call it there, I think. Because we've got 3 more turns and you've only got 1.5 units. I think we're gonna call it a Rebel victory there, team. Alright, so an Rebel victory in Game 1 for the return Season 3 Star Wars Legion with the maoriwargamer. an overwhelming rebel victory as well. Yeah. It's so much different playing it from when we first played it. That's why I say probably don't need to watch our first two seasons that we did, because man, we had no idea what we were doing. But yeah, the strategy with playing commands, the pits, which units to order first and which ones not to, a whole nother layer to the game, and that's what's made it drag on to quite a long game, but very enjoyable. I had a really good time playing and seeing things and planning out my units. I want to pick up a couple more trooper core units, a couple of special operatives as well, just to expand my force a bit, and the same on my opponent's side. But yeah, awesome return for Star Wars Legion Battle Reports. I'm looking forward to accompanying you over the next 4 weeks. Over the next 4 weeks, including this week, as we explore the universe in a galaxy far, far away. Rebels versus Empire, age old across multiple generations. Prequels, original trilogy, and then the new trilogy. Just such an expansive universe. So we're going to come back over the next 3 weeks with some more exciting battle reports, new missions, new stories, to wrap up the tale for the Star Wars. But I hope you enjoyed yourselves, whānau. If you did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe to the maoriwargamer channel. A lot of content to do, a lot of Let's Plays, Warhammer videos mostly, Shadespire, Blackstone Fortress, Star Wars Legion, Walking Dead. I've done it all. Looking to hit 300 subscribers, currently on 258, so if you want to be the next one, hit that subscribe button in the bottom of your screen. That'd be muchly appreciated. Otherwise, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Until next episode, I am your humble host, the Maori Wargamer. Thank you for watching once again. Ka kite. Anō.